Hello everybody. Today I want to talk to you about feature engineering. You're gonna hear this term all the time in machine learning and deep learning and AI in general. It's called feature engineering. Before we get into that, imagine if I gave you data about million purchases on Amazon and gave that to a model. If the model was able to process that data as raw data and produce some kind of outcome, and that will classify as a deep learning. That's something we will talk about in a future video. So the point is, that's a harder thing to do. Generally, or in more often than not, you would take the data, that's big data, right? You have maybe 10 million rows and maybe 10,000 columns, right? This massive amount of data. Let's say about the purchase, who purchased this, when, from what IP address, what the age, what the location, anything you can think of about the purchases, or maybe it's the clicks of users, right? So the point is you have a data set that's huge and it has many columns or variables. Those are features by default, right? Every column is a variable, every column is a feature. However, if you treat every single column or every single field from the data set, the compute would be insane. It's almost impossible to do, right? So, in more often than not, what you will do is you will have a domain knowledge about whatever it is that the model is going to do. So, in one way or another, you're going to extract or cut or define or modify what's called the features. So let's say that from that big data set, you only take out 10 features, right? Who purchased it, what the age, what the gender, what item was purchased, what time of the day, what day of the week, so on and so forth, right? So if either through automation or by some kind of programming or maybe manually, which is will be hard, but if you select certain variables, certain columns, or certain features before you feed that into some kind of machine learning to make a model out of it, that's called feature engineering. That is a big distinguisher between machine learning and deep learning, which will be the next video, the difference between the two. But feature engineering is a concept, a term that you need to understand. As is the case in a lot of machine learning and AI terminology, the terms are kind of weird or misleading, right? Here they're talking about features, but really they're variables, right? They're columns in a data set. But they in AI it's called feature, and when you create or modify or transform features from raw data, it's called feature engineering. I hope this video was useful. If it was, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video where I talk about deep learning versus machine learning.